a negotiator. I'm a deal maker. What am I really? I'm a big-time gambler. I grew up in a mill town north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Unless you worked at Pittsburgh Plate Glass Company, you weren't shit. I told my parents I'm going to pursue the music business. My dad comes to me, he goes, hey, I hate to tell you, son, that's not a career, that's a hobby. My ultimate goal was to become a promoter.
Everyone knew in Pittsburgh, that's Rich Engler. He knew everybody. He knew the people at the labels, he knew the people at the radio stations, and he knew the managers like myself.
The bands that were coming out were the biggest bands ever. Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, Santana.
Rolling Stones, The Who, Genesis.
If you want to play Pittsburgh, you would call Rich. There's a formula for success as in any business, and I think he treated the artist with respect.
Rich Engler had a personal relationship with those artists, and they respect him for what he did for them.
Promoters like Rich Engler saw that we were committed and that we had something special. He allowed us to run with what we needed to do, and we love the fact that he would have us back all the time. That's what a long-term friendship's all about.
The relationship between a promoter and the artist is seldom a very close personal relationship. He knew what it was like to be a musician, and I think he took those lessons and applied them to what he was doing as a promoter and making sure that bands were well taken care of and respected. He was always very generous with us. That's Rich. That's the way he is with everyone.
He always hung in there with us to this day. That says a lot just about him as a person, let alone a promoter.
The first gig we did together was '72 with Rich. You know, he's old school promoter, and he knows how to get it done. Like, we got a sellout tonight, you know?
He made us feel he was a fan of the band, and he still has that youthful enthusiasm that he had when we first met him.
He cared about the audience and about the musicians. If you make those two things a success, then the whole thing will become a success.
Rich and his troops cleared the way. If we were going to go in the Pittsburgh area, we wanted to go under Rich Engler's wing because we'd never get there and feel like they weren't ready for us.
He survived through all of these changes and this turmoil, and that in itself says it all.
He's been here since the beginning. He knows where all the bodies are buried.
He was bringing in bands that you wouldn't think would come to town. He was innovative in a way that he introduced new stuff.
This guy can bring Eric Clapton and the band to Three Rivers Stadium for 50,000 people. Granted, he could lose $1 million.
How many people do we need to do to break even? That was the most important thing.
You're throwing $3 million down on the table on a bet that attraction is going to at least break even. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Monsters of Rock. I needed 40,000 people to break even, did 30-some thousand people, lost $400,000 in an afternoon. That's brutal.
You either sell tickets or you don't. Some days you get the bear and some days the bear gets you. Your word is your word.
If Bill Gramm or Rich Engler said, yes, I will take care of that, it was done.
They thought they were all godfathers because they ran their own territories, but they built an amazing infrastructure of building artists.
I'm for real. I'm for you, for the attraction, and I'm going to do the best job to promote your act. I was one of the ones that wrote the rules. I was not only the promoter, we owned the ticket company. For the Bruce Springsteen Born in the USA tour, I had on my desk all 65,000 tickets. That is absolutely incredible. Joe Cocker, anybody that would offer him something, he would drink it. From stage, he projectile vomits out about 5 feet into the audience. And Joe kind of like waddles off to the stage, but nobody asked for a refund. I booked Bob Marley. Show sells out right away at the Stanley Theater. He doesn't look good. I said, hey, Bob, are you sure you can play? He goes, man, I gotta play. He goes, my band needs the money. He went on stage and did the most heartfelt show ever. He knew that that was his last show. He never played again. Owning a ticket company, owning your own business, and being your own boss, that's the way to go. I never celebrated the wins and never cried over the losses. We were able to kick some major ass. When big business takes over, everything changed. The music business really started to fall apart. Guess who gets hurt? The customer. The ticket prices just keep going up, 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 and up. Everything has changed. All of that stuff has gone away. Little did I know you sell your heart and your soul and everything, and your name, everything. Whenever I started as a promoter, it was all about the music. Our generation had a message of peace and love, and share it with the world. Now, it's all about the almighty dollar.